Have you ever caught someone talking to themselves? Not mumbling quietly, but having full conversations out loud, asking themselves questions, answering back, maybe even arguing with themselves. People think they're losing it, that talking to yourself is a sign you're going crazy or lonely. But here's the truth. People who talk to themselves aren't losing their minds. They're actually using one of the smartest strategies the human brain has for processing thoughts, solving problems, and staying sane. They're thinking out loud because it helps them process better. Some people's brains work better when thoughts become words. Keeping everything internal feels cluttered, confusing, overwhelming. But when they speak it out loud, suddenly it makes sense. The problem becomes clearer. The decision becomes easier. It's not madness, it's method. Their brain needs to hear the words, not just think them. And talking to themselves is how they organize the chaos inside their head into something manageable. They're coaching themselves through difficult moments. Life gets hard, anxiety spikes, tasks feel impossible, and sometimes you need someone to tell you you've got this. So they tell themselves out loud. They give themselves the pep talk no one else is there to give. It's not weird, it's self-reliance. They've learned that waiting for external encouragement isn't always an option. So they become their own cheerleader, their own motivator, their own support system. And honestly, that's more emotionally mature than most people realize. They're incredibly intelligent and highly focused. Talking to yourself is actually linked to higher cognitive function. When you verbalize your thoughts, you're engaging multiple parts of your brain at once. You're not distracted, you're locked in. People who talk to themselves while working, studying, or problem-solving aren't scattered. They're hyper-focused. They're processing information at a level most people don't reach in silence. So if you see someone muttering to themselves while concentrating, don't disturb them. They're in the zone. They spend a lot of time alone, and it's become their normal. When you're alone often, talking to yourself stops feeling strange. It becomes companionship, a way to fill the silence without needing anyone else. They're not lonely in a sad way. They've just adapted. They narrate their day, talk through their thoughts, even crack jokes to themselves. It's not isolation, it's comfort. They've learned to be their own company, and there's something deeply peaceful about that. They're working through emotions they can't share with others. Some people talk to themselves because there are things they can't say out loud to anyone else. Thoughts that are too raw, too vulnerable, too confusing. So they say them to themselves. They vent, they cry. They argue with the voices in their head that tell them they're not enough. Talking to themselves is a form of self-therapy. It's processing pain in real time without needing to burden someone else or risk judgment. It's private healing. They're rehearsing conversations or preparing for situations. Ever notice someone talking to themselves before a big meeting or difficult conversation? They're not nervous, they're prepared. They're running through scenarios, practicing what to say, anticipating responses. It's strategic, it's smart. They're not leaving things to chance. And when the moment comes, they're ready. Because they've already had the conversation 50 times in their head and out loud. Talking to themselves isn't anxiety, it's preparation. They're self-aware enough to need external feedback, even from themselves. People who talk to themselves have an interesting level of self-awareness. They know their thoughts can spiral. They know their mind can lie to them, so they externalize it. They say it out loud to hear how it sounds. And sometimes, hearing themselves say something ridiculous is exactly what they need to realize it's not true. It's a built-in reality check. Their own voice becomes the logic that pulls them out of overthinking. And that's actually brilliant. Here's what people need to stop doing. Stop making people feel weird for talking to themselves. Stop side-eyeing them like they're unhinged. Because talking to yourself is one of the most psychologically healthy things you can do. It's self-soothing, it's problem-solving, it's emotional regulation. And it's a sign of intelligence, not instability. So if you talk to yourself, own it. You're not crazy. You're self-sufficient, highly focused, and emotionally intelligent. And if someone judges you for it, that says more about their lack of understanding than it does about you. If you love understanding the psychology behind everyday quirks, subscribe now. Because on this channel, we're normalizing the things people are made to feel ashamed of.